It's girly power. Hello, everyone. I'm Jonathan Coachman. This is Madden NFL football on EA Sports. Coming up, running back Todd Gurley, fresh off a standout performance a week ago, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Los Angeles Rams. With that, we're off to L.A. for the Rams home opener in their third season back home. Standing by, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
From the second largest city in the U.S., Los Angeles, California, we've got football as EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. A few short moments ago, running back Todd Gurley trying to fire up the Ram faithful here in Southern California as his guys get set to do battle with the New York Giants. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Rams team as they interplay. They come in off a loss in the opener last week. That one was on the road. Now they get their first taste here of home cooking.
And what they're hoping to do is feed off the energy of the home crowd. Great tailgate, great fan support. Let's see if they can put it to good use.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Giants, they come off a good win in the opener on the road, and they get a second road game here.
Yeah, the schedule makers didn't really do them any favors, but if they can win here and get to 2-0 on the road, they can be well set up for the rest of the year.
The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead. And we're off in week 2. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
Let's go. Let's go. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit a screen soon.
And Tate's got it. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The 21 yards there as they convert on third. On first and 10, Jones. And this is Shepard on the catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. A first down carry for Barkley. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down. Of course, remember last week, week number 1, quite the opener for him. NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he does not want to be a flash in the pan. He wants to have that type of a game each and every week. Let's see if he can get a second award in week 2 of the season.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Carry for Derrick Henry. And the Rams defense gets to him again behind the line of scrimmage. It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is third and short. Jones operating from the gun. He's got his man. This is Tate. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Jones heading up here first and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. The toss out to Barkley. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. So play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is third down. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. But he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up first and goal now. A stop there on third. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on first and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I'd go right at him with another momentum play. Go quickly and attack them, because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop him on third down.
And we take a look now at the New York offense.
And the play of this offensive line is going to be so important in this game because we saw the sack a minute or so ago. They've got to be able to give their guy time to throw. That means communication and being physical is vital. Otherwise, this could be a long game.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
So do you put it in your quarterback's hands again? That's the question here on third and goal. Throwing, Jones. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on third down. That's on Kevin Zeitler, acquired in the Odell Beckham trade. The holding penalty, that puts them in an unenviable spot here as they try again on third and goal. Now Jones toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while, but when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
Well, that will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment?
It's funny. We had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator, and what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
Goff will lead the Rams up here first and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. The numbers on the ground for Gurley last week. 18 carries, 86 yards, and a touchdown.
They look like a team that really emphasized the running game in the offseason. They were going to build around it. Didn't matter if they're going to run gap scheme, power scheme, whatever. They've got a runner who finds yardage if you give him just a little bit of space.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2. And just like that, it's third down. Third and 2. Gone. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Dexter Lawrence coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be Giant football, first and 10. Saquon Barkley and the Giants offense set to kick off their next drive. Last week, over 100 yards, 3 touchdowns. We were talking with him on the field before the game. He said simply, I was in a groove. He obviously was.
And I think he's being a little modest about that, being in a groove. That's a big-time game right there. And I think he feels like his entire team is coming along with him because they're creating spaces and holes for him to run through. He's making people miss, running through tackles. They are locked in a big way and confident about this game as well.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, and that takes us from second to third down. Now Jones throwing on third and long. He completes it to Tate. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. They'll try and throw for it here. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid fourth down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
And they move this all the way down to the 9.
Here we go.
A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. PAT up and good by Rosezz. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say this is what the problem is. We'll find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. Oh, nearly picked. Almost intercepted, but he couldn't hang on, and it's third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground. A big run there by Gurley. 43 yards on the ground. Great run there, but it looked like they were going to have him for the stop. He was able to push through. They didn't wrap up defensively.
No, they didn't. All credit to the runner for making it happen, breaking through some contact and going a long way. But the defensive guys, when they watch this on tape, they're not going to be real happy with themselves. They had a great opportunity that they let slip through their hands.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
We got 4. We got 4.
That's a jet sweep, the football to Woods. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
This is caught. It's Cooks. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Let's go.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain that time, and now it's third and goal. The Rams on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a third and goal here. Now it's gone. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Dexter Lawrence able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
So now the Giants set to take over on offense. They were winners last week against Cincinnati, and right now they are in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Here's Jones throwing to start the drive. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be a 2nd down. And this is a guy who last week not only helped his real team, but really helped a lot of fantasy teams. 3 trips to pay dirt. They've got to contain it.
And watching him play is like going to lunch with you when you order that combo plate, right?
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Clay Matthews adding another sack to his impressive NFL resume. The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Jones. And that is incomplete. The veteran Eric Weddle there to break that one up.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Goff now looks to throw. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
180. Hey, switch gears.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. It was P.J. Williams that time on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that run.
Goff's throw here finds Woods. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching up a net.
And a loose football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Yeah, baby. We got it.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Barkley on 1st down, running into a wall as he's stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Well, they had to run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald with a sack.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play.
Now a hit and a loose football. Well, the Giants have it. It's picked up, and he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And down he goes. A coverage sack. Took too long to get rid of it. The sack coming from big Dalvin Tomlinson.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
After the sack on first down, Goff, he's going to dump it off to Gurley. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
We go tonight. Like 20.
A shotgun snap for Goff. And that one's complete to Gurley. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It'll be a first.
We go. 180.
47 is the mic. 47.
On first down, it's gone. They'll find Everett there, complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. To throw again on second down. Goff, and able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a first down on a gain of 10. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Robert Woods, his second touchdown on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every season.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They'll have to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On first down, Barkley, and this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Now on second and 13. Jones escaping the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Clay Matthews picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. This is taken at about the 14. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. So we have... And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Back to throw, Goff. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Jones now. Going to throw again. Caught right side. Tate. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Jones now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on first down. Now Saquon Barkley. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Recon, 132 fighter.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Jones. And that is incomplete. The rookie from Washington, Taylor Rapp, there to knock that away. A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get the ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still in attack. We'll see how they attack them here. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dalvin Tomlinson able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. This is Barkley. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On second and inches, Jones. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third. An incomplete pass on second down leads us to third and inches. Jones from the gun, he'll throw. Open man is Higgins. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 41-yard line. Jones now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now Jones operating from the gun. This pass complete to Higgins. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be second.
They don't want it. Keep playing hard.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
24 is the mark. We're pretty quiet.
2nd and 9 now. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 29-yard line.
15 line. Let's go, Pete.
A first down carry for Henry. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he rifles one incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
And an alley to run. Jones hit and the ball's out. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. Saquon Barkley denied on 4th down. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on down. And you wonder, Charles, could that decision come back to haunt them later?
And it really could, because in this situation, you kick the field goal in a tight game like this, that's a good play. Yeah. But maybe what he's saying to himself is, I'm just not a big proponent of the old idea that any possession that ends in a kick, I'm happy with. He wanted to be really aggressive.
A little twist here in the third quarter. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now gone. And this one taken in on the right sideline. But they say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. This pass complete to Reynolds. And they work this well upfield across the 45. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process. Goff now 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. B.J. Hill. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And Woods has it complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
He gets it to Cooks. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 23 yards, the final tally. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. Back to the ground game here. Gurley. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Another carry now for Gurley. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. That one a first down pickup of 8. And a nice little broken tackle run there by Todd Gurley, the 10th pick in the 2015 draft.
And that's what you get with him. That full package of speed, power, able to catch the ball in the backfield. Many people doubted him coming out because of the knee injury in college. They're seeing the full Todd Gurley now, and it hurts.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. This pass from Goff to Everett, the tight end. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one a first down pickup of 8. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. On first and goal, Gurley. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on third and goal. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? Here's Goff. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
All square now at 13 all as he sends this one away. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the fourth.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on first and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest game, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
They'll set up the screen to Barkley. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down. And that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on third down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
This is taken at the 15. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And out will come the offense as they take over. Todd Gurley and the offense, they get set and trot back out there now. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on the other side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments, and you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the first half.
And this is going to be intercepted. Julian Love picks it, and he'll bring this one back to the 29. Looking for Woods that time. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out of the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Samson Ebukam just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
64.
Here's Jones to throw on third down. And Ingram holds it in. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner. And with good timing, you get a completion, as we just saw there.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now second and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action.
And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. Daniel Jones with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. RedRosezz good with the extra point. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Well, sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big third down conversion. On first down, they look downfield, and it's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now gone. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row, I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I'll just figure there's something wrong with the football.
It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. This is caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a first down on a gain of 10. He'll look to throw. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Robert Woods. His 2nd touchdown of the game. His 3rd. It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Critical extra point up and good. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. New York set to take the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Throwing Jones. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Aaron Donald picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Now Jones. And this is going to be intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and...
Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here. Coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game